This is a production of Misi Entertainment. Misi Entertainment.
Discuss the get money, since you're on the cover. Let's show the viewers this. So can you tell us a little bit about Get Money and what it is that you're portraying in this magazine?
Well, when they first sent me this magazine and asked me could they put me on the cover, I didn't know what it was. So when I read it, I like what they're doing. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to have a column in here, an entrepreneur column on how to get money.
Now you know I'm going to read it, okay?
And everybody should.
Everybody's going to read it.
Everybody should. When I was in prison, I used to do a blog from prison. And what I used to do is talk to people about the books I read, things that I read, quotes in the books, and things of that nature. So what I'm going to do with this magazine is I'll do the same thing in here. My page will be basically talking about what's going on with me, how I'm dealing with different situations, and I'll also be taking questions, like if people want to write in and ask me, oh, what happened here, how should I handle this? Then I'll also be open into answering those type of questions as well.
Okay, and when can we expect to actually start to see the blogs or your column?
Well, I'll probably be not in this issue, but probably the next issue, because we just spoke about that when I got here this time about me becoming a columnist in the magazine, because I didn't know how they would, most people, I was illiterate, I couldn't read or write when I went to prison.
Something with Nick Cassavetes?
Yeah, I'm working on a movie. I don't want to be an actor though.
Oh, okay. So you're not going to be in it. You're just going to
direct it. I'm going to co-direct, co-writing, produce. Those would be the hats that I wear in that movie. I don't really want to. If they ask me to act in it, I will. But I don't really want to. They say they may want me to do some voiceovers.
Okay.
To like narrate the movie. And I'll do that if they want me to, but I really don't want to be involved, I want to be more behind the scenes where I can give other people a chance, because what I notice about most of the people in Hollywood is they don't really have any power. They can't do a movie when they want to. They can't come and say, okay, I want to do this movie, I want this person to play in it, I want this person to direct it, and we're going to start shooting this date. Most blacks can't do that in Hollywood.
Okay, so who has this power? Like, coming from a black distributed company, because this film, when it comes out, it is going to go indie first before it hits the big screen, or?
No, it's going big screen.
Big screen all the way?
All the way, yeah.
Okay, so are you planning on working with any black labels for this film?
We want to, but none of them can, nobody has been able to I don't know if they don't think the movie's going to do well, or they just don't have the power, to go indie. What we're doing basically is we're going to rent the studios. We're going to rent one of the major studios, either Sony, Universal. We're going to rent their system. And I basically learned this from watching guys like Master P, Cash Money. While I was in prison, I studied what they was doing in the record business. And I said, you know what, I'm going to use that same system for the movie industry. Because 1 week after I was out of jail, all the studios just flooded me.
Right.
But they thought I was just gonna basically give them my rights, I think one of them offered me $800,000, one offered me $150,000, like, what? And I spent that kind of money, in a couple hours when I had money. That kind of money didn't impress me. I'm like, you can't impress me with $150,000. So when I started talking like that, they didn't like it. And I started telling them, I want ownership. I want to say what's going to happen in the movie, who's going to play what role, and how things are going to go. And they didn't like that. They didn't like my attitude. Like right now, they called Nick, and Nick keeps telling them that I work for Rick. I can't make any decisions. But they can't understand this guy with all this credibility in Hollywood working for me. when I talk to him, they say, "Oh, Nick will never do this for you." But he's writing my script right now, and he's scheduled to direct it.
And what's the shape of this script? If you had to kind of give a pitch of it, what would you say describes what this film could potentially be about?
The film is going to break down L.A. totally. It's going to break down how L.A. got started. It's going to break down the projects, why the projects was built. It's going to break down how the factories moved out of the ghetto of South Central Los Angeles. Then there was no jobs. It's going to show how the school systems function, how they didn't teach me how to read. It's going to show how the government needed this money to fund this war over Nicaragua. It's going to show how they allowed these guys to come from Nicaragua with all these drugs and go basically untouched, unscathed, you know, and just have a free range to drop these drugs off in the black community. It's going to show how these guys really didn't care about us, how they felt that it was okay to sell drugs to the blacks. So we're going to try to touch on all those different aspects and basically show how, basically I was really
that you mentioned that everyone around you seemed to have this ulterior motive, right? And I was reading this book, 48 Laws of Power, and in it, it basically states that if you want to be successful, if you want to be great, you basically have to have a motive going in. Why is it that, can you speak on that matter? Like,
I read that book too. Yeah, I read 48 Laws of Power. You should know exactly, like right now I have an agenda. You know, people would think that my agenda right now is getting money, get my movie done, but that's not really my main agenda right now. My main agenda right now is to help save the children. You know, to take some of these kids that are headed down the same path that I was headed down and put them on the right direction and let them know, you know, that we came from kings and queens. We were working with metal thousands and thousands of years ago. You know, I didn't know that the pyramids had metal in it. You know, they used metal too to build the pyramids. And I didn't know that until I started reading books.
Ricky, can you look into the camera and speak with some of these younger people who are heading down this road of destruction and give them some encouraging words? What is it that they should do to change their lives around, or can you influence them, or how can...
Well, one of the first things that I would tell you to do, and I recommend this to everybody, read these 3 books. The Richest Man in Babylon, Think and Grow Rich, and As a Man Think. These are my favorite 3 books, and I believe that these 3 books could really help us get back on track, not only economically, but also mentally too, because these 3 books deal with just about every aspect of life that we would go through. You are great, and especially if you're out there selling drugs right now and you're making some money, you are super intelligent. You're running a business, a real business. Drugs is a business. It's just an illegal business. If you take those same skills and flip them, just watch what your boy doing right now. Just watch what I'm doing. I'm going to control Hollywood, and not like these other dudes do. I ain't going to be in Hollywood where when I get ready to do a movie, if somebody come to me with a script that I like, that I won't be able to do, I can't do it. I'd rather not be in the business if it's like that. I'm going to be in to where I'm calling shots, when I'm making moves, and I can do whatever I want to do. Just watch me. And it ain't been easy right now. Trust that. It's been tough on your boy. Your boy been going through it. You know what I'm saying? I got my first eviction notice ever in my life about 5 months ago. They sent me an eviction notice from my apartment and told me I got to move out because I couldn't pay my rent. So don't think that it's been all peaches and cream for your boy, but I've been staying down. I've been staying away from the streets, and I'm going to continue to do that because of you. I got to show you that it can be done if you stay down, dedicate yourself, and have a purpose.
Thank you.
Thank
you very much.
Thank you.
Very much for your time. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Real Freeway Ross.
And don't forget, check out freewayenterprise.com. Help me out. You know what I'm saying? Join my site. Help me blow that thing up. I'm trying to catch Facebook.
You will to Facebook. I'm Nevora. This is a Nevora exclusive with and in conjunction with Misi Entertainment. Thank you very much. Take care.